If you've been thinking about getting started on YouTube, but you're not sure if it's worth it, you're exactly where every single YouTuber was at one point in their journey. I was there at one point as well. And if I could say something to my 25-year-old self who was running Amazon affiliate sites and trying to write blogs and find side hustles, it would be this. There is so much money to be made when you build influence on YouTube. You need to get over your thoughts that no one cares what you have to say, that no one will listen or watch your content, and just get started. And here's why. On my first 6 months of being monetized on YouTube, I was able to turn the platform into a lucrative side hustle with multiple channels. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how many videos I posted, how they did, and how much money I made during that first 6 months. Before we get into that, if it's your first time here, thanks for taking the time to stop by and invest some time learning more about what awaits you when you get started on YouTube. I hope you find value in this video, and if you could show some love by clicking that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. If you've been here before, welcome back, and I assume you've already subscribed, so go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. All right, so let's get into it. Let me shrink down into the corner here, and let's get into exactly how much money I made during my first 6 months monetized on YouTube. All right, so let's dig into the numbers, and eventually we'll get to exactly how much money I made. We'll check out this little revenue block right here, but I want to start with a little bit of my journey and how I got started on YouTube, how long it took me to get going on YouTube, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of exactly how much money I made after it started rolling in. Okay, so as you can see here, I created my YouTube channel on March 16th of 2023, but I didn't make my first video until February 27th, 2024. That was a long gap, and I knew exactly what I wanted to talk about on YouTube, but I didn't know what to do, how to film it, how to speak into a microphone, and honestly, I just was kind of not into the whole talking on camera out in the middle of my yard thing. Now, this channel is about how to do things around your house, how to do things around your yard, and it's something I was really good at because I've owned multiple homes, but I didn't think anyone would want to listen to me talk about it. So I decided to take the jump onto YouTube and film my first video on February 27th, 2024. And over that time, between then and September 19th, I filmed 23 different videos after I created the channel. Now, as you can see here, I filmed those videos and made $0 because I wasn't monetized yet. But if we go over to the views tab, you can see I was getting some views, 80, 130, 430, but my average views were between 90 and 200 views per day. Not enough to get the watch time required to get monetized, and I really didn't think this channel was going to go anywhere. I had actually gone over to one of my other channels, one of my travel channels, and was really focusing on that because that channel was already monetized and doing well. And honestly, I was unsure if I had a voice in the world of lawn care and home maintenance. That said, there was a day that changed everything. I didn't even log into this channel after I posted that last video. But on March 10th of 2025, I decided to film and post another video. And that video was on building the shop that my YouTube studio is in here now. So I'm sitting in the shop that I built and I said, let me put up an update. Did I mess this up? Shop tour. It wasn't totally finished yet, but it was 90% of the way there. And I wanted to see if anybody still had an appetite for the content I was putting out. And I thought that might be a great way to get relevant again. Well, I log back into the channel and I see I'm still getting 90 to 120 views a day on my previous videos. And something that I didn't understand at that point, especially in the lawn care and home maintenance space, is that some of the views and some of the video timing is cyclical. Nobody's looking for how to mow and fertilize and dethatch their grass in the middle of winter. So those views just naturally went down. But once I realized people were still very interested in this content, I decided to devote myself full time to making videos for this channel. And that resulted in monetization. So if we look at my views the first year here, you can see that I was averaging 600, 400, 500. And then I had a video start to go viral and I was into the thousands. Video really took off, that same video, and I was averaging 8 to 10,000, 5,000 a day. And then it dropped back down to where I'm at 1,000 to 800 to 1,200 every single day. The nice thing is, during this time, I'm building influence and gaining a loyal audience that now watches all of my videos every single time I put them out. So once I got started back on YouTube, I published 9 videos and was monetized with 39 total videos. June 19th of 2025 was my first day monetized on YouTube, and on that day, I made a whopping $8.73. And we're going to break down exactly how much I made during that first 6 months right now. So as you can see, we'll start with my first day monetized here, $8.73. During that first 6 months, I had some days where views were up, and I had some days when views were down. I had a video go viral, like I had said earlier, but my best day was 11,316 views on September 6th. If we go look at the revenue from that day, I made $104.68 in that one day on YouTube. And most of that was from the one video that tended to go viral, but people were watching all of my other videos along the way. My worst day during my first 6 months monetized after I started getting decent views was $14.69 and $13.56. And my other good days were around $75, $56, $67, $31. But the number that everyone really wants to see, and the one that's important if you can make this a good side hustle, a good business, a good way to build and grow your influence, because that's what this channel is all about. The money is a byproduct of you building and growing your influence on YouTube. You can become a big YouTube star and make tons of money, but if nobody likes you and nobody follows you, they're not going to keep coming back time after time to watch your videos. So the grand total for my first 6 months monetized on YouTube was, drum roll please, $6,583.24. Now, that said, that's not life-changing money. That's not enough to live off of. But what that is enough to show proof of concept, let me know that I have a brand, and it's a great side hustle income. Now, if you couldn't use an extra $6,500 every 6 months, an extra $1,000 a month, I say it's not life-changing. An extra $1,000 a month, especially if you're young or you're not working, that can be a huge income and revenue boost. And that's exactly why I tell everyone you need to get started on YouTube. This is a journey. This is a spot that you can't get to unless you get started. So if you haven't started a YouTube channel yet, let me know in the comments below what you're thinking about, what your topic would be, and when you plan to start. If you've already created a YouTube channel, but you haven't started making videos yet, commit to it. Let me know down in the comments as well when you plan to post your first video. Now, this is my earnings during the first 6 months monetized. That said, that's my earnings on YouTube. There are a multitude of other ways to make money other than YouTube advertising's platform. I also have a partnership with a couple of different brands where I have an affiliate program through things like Commission Junction or all the different commission-based websites where I partner with them. They provide materials. They provide discount codes for some of my subscribers. And then I have an Amazon affiliate account where I link to everything I use in my videos. That brought in probably the same amount or more during that first 6 months. I mean, I know it made at least $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 because there's tiered earning platforms in there. And I'm going to do a video on that later, and I will link to it after I create it right here. But there are other ways to earn, and we're going to dive deep into that in future videos. But for today, I just wanted to go over how much YouTube paid me during my first 6 months monetized. Oh, and recently I struck a couple brand deals on this channel, getting some free product, getting some small sponsorships, sponsored videos. But if you don't start there, there's really no way to grow in the future. You've got to start somewhere. So just get started. That said, if you made it this far in today's video, I want to thank you. And if you're thinking about getting started on YouTube, here's a video about exactly why you should start on YouTube this year. And just know it's never too late.